What's up everyone? You have got अनुभव यादव here. आप सब कैसे हैं? क्या आपने कभी किसी बच्चे से पूछ कर देखा उसे बड़े होकर क्या बनना है? किसी को डॉक्टर बनना है, किसी को इंजीनियर बनना है, किसी को टीचर बनना है, किसी को पायलट बनना है. I get so many queries on pilot कैसे बने? What are the steps and procedures to be followed in order to save time, money and energy? So I thought of making an all-inclusive video which may answer all your possible queries. Let's get started. In this video, I'll be sharing about how to be a pilot in India considering the scenario that you'll be flying from India and in a conventional manner. I'll make a separate video for the ones who wants to fly from abroad or wants to enroll in a cadet pilot program. Please bear with me because this is going to be a long video. Also, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel so that I can bring good quality aviation content for you guys. Thank you. Let's begin. First things first, educational qualification. You need to be class 12 pass with maths and physics. Several times I get so many DMs from the students of class 8, 9, 10 about the procedure to get started. The very first thing is to clear pass 12 with maths and physics. Now the point is, what if you are a commerce student or art student or a bio student and you haven't studied maths and physics as a subject in your class 12? When there is a will, there is a way. In this case, the way is to study and clear maths and physics from an open university. The most common university is NIOS. It is recognized and legal, which will not affect your career in future if you clear your exams from NIOS. Now here comes the question in mind that what if I don't score good? All you require is passing marks. I don't know why many people just think that one needs at least 65 or 60 percentage, but ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है. Passing marks in class 12 and passing marks in physics, you are through. Now some of you might be doing diploma. So क्या diploma वाले pilot बन सकते हैं? The answer is yes. All you need to do is ask your college or university from where you did diploma to produce an equivalency certificate. Basically, it's a certificate which conveys DGCA that the course you have done, that is diploma, is equivalent to class 12. If your college can provide that, you can move ahead. You know what's the best thing? You don't have to appear for any competitive exams like JEE, mains, advanced or anything. You don't need graduation, post-graduation, PhD. If you have, cherry on the cake. But the only thing you require is class 12 with maths and physics. Moving ahead, once you are done with class 12 or graduation, post-graduation or whenever you are ready to become a pilot, make sure you are medically fit. Now the point is, how will I know if I am fit or not? So there are basically two medicals. One is class 1 medical and one is class 2 medical. So initially you have to do class 2 medical. I have shared the list of DGC empaneled doctors. You can speak to them and they'll guide you with the procedure of class 2 medical. Although I am not a doctor, but I can help you with some basic common queries which I get in DMs. Are spectacles allowed? Yes, the spectacles are allowed. Your vision has to be 6 by 6 and perfect, be it with spectacles or without spectacles. Once you clear class 2 medical, next thing you have to do is class 1 medical. Class 1 medical is done by Indian Air Force initially and a few private hospitals. Again, the list of private hospitals I have shared in the description, check it out. Once your class 1 medically fit, then only move ahead, else it doesn't make any sense putting a lot of money at risk because class 1 medical is the requirement for the CPL. However, the thing is class 1 medical takes a lot of time because you have to take prior appointment and the procedure takes time. So what you can do is start with your ground training and simultaneously do your class 1 medical. Make sure class 1 medical is done before you commence your flight training. To recap, class 12 pass with maths and physics and done with class 2 medical and later on done with class 1 medical. Now the next step is to clear DGCA commercial pilot license exams. To get the commercial pilot license, that is the license to fly an aircraft for commercial purposes, there are two ways. First is to clear DGCA CPL exams and later is to fly 200 hours with some specifications which I'll tell you in the upcoming videos. It's always better to first clear your DGCA CPL exams and then proceed for flying. To clear DGCA CPL exams, you have an option to take ground classes. I've seen people in the industry who have studied on their own and cleared exams. So it saves a lot of money and I leave it up to you. Once your ground classes are done and your preparation is done, now you have to appear for DGCA CPL exams. To appear for exams, you need a computer number which is unique for every pilot. The question that comes in mind is a computer number kya hai? Computer number is like an enrollment number for the exam, and for that you have to submit documents along with the application form. You will find in detail video on this soon on my channel. Once you get computer number, you can fill in the form and appear for DGCA CPL exams. So there are 5 subjects: air navigation, meteorology, regulations of air, technical general and technical specific. These exams are MCQ based exams and conducted by DGCA at the DGCA centers. The best thing is passing marks is only 70. There is one more exam which is called Radio Telephony Restricted Aeromobile exam, which is also known as RTRA, which is conducted by WPC, a government body. Usually the exam is conducted every 2 months, that means 6 times a year. So to summarize, we have 6 subjects, 5 by DGCA and 1 by WPC. The good part is there is no limit on number of attempts to appear for the exam. The validity of these exams are 5 years, so within 5 years you have to finish your flying and submit documents in DGCA to get the license. Now once you have cleared DGCA exams, the next step is to choose a flying school and take admission. So I'll come up with a video on what factors you can select your flying school which can be of your help. Once you are into any flying school, they'll issue you a license called FPL, Student Pilot License, which opens up the door of a small training aircraft. Flying school asks for documents and a lot of paperwork is done before the issuance of the FPL. Now you have to fly 200 hours in India. These hours are bifurcated into certain sections. How many night landings, how many day flying, how many cross-country flights. So you will find a video on this soon, as I mentioned earlier. Once you are done with your 200 hours, the flying club will help you with the documentation. Are we done now? Not yet. You also have to take classes and clear English language proficiency exam with minimum level 4 out of 6 before submitting documents in DGCA Delhi. That's how you will get your CPL. Just to recap, class 12 with maths and physics, class 2 and class 1 medical, ground classes, flying school with 200 hours of flying, and ELP certificate with minimum level 4, and finally you will get your CPL license. Once you get your license, now what? Now you will stay home, brush up your knowledge and prepare for ATPL exams. ATPL is the next upper category of the license. So initially you got FPL, CPL and now ATPL. Although ATPL is required when you become a captain at a later stage. But if you want, you can clear the exams at this stage as well. वैसे तो CPL में भी you are eligible to apply for a job opening in an airline. So clearing ATPL exam at this stage or later, I leave it up to you. Keep checking airline career page, and once vacancy comes, apply and clear it to get into an airline. Here I would like to answer most common questions. So first is the age. So the lower age limit is 18 years. Second is the cost involved. On an average, you can consider 35 to 40 lakhs for CPL at the present time, and it will keep on increasing with time. For type rating and airline training, the cost ranges from 30 lakhs to 60 lakhs. Hence, the total cost from scratch to an airliner will cost you from 70 lakhs up to 1 crore. I'll say again, this is the average cost at present time, so don't quote me later. The third query I usually get is the weight. So there is no specific restriction on weight by DGCA. Once you are class 1 medically fit, you can proceed. The fourth thing is height. So there is no bar for height by DGCA, but the airliners ask for minimum height of 152 centimeters. The fifth query I usually get is good academic record. Some people say we have a good academic record at school, at college, in post-graduation or doctorate. But the fact here is none of that is considered. The only requirement is 12th pass with maths and physics, so they'll consider you on that basis. If you have any questions, drop in comments, and here I'll try to answer each one of you. If you really liked the video, give me a thumbs up. That's all for today. See you in the next one. Stay safe. Jai Hind.